Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back. Okay, so this one is going to be a brief video just comparing the Xbox One to the PlayStation 4. I just wanted to give a quick impressions of both consoles as to which one I think is best, and yeah, just give you an idea of how I feel about the two consoles. Now, obviously, Xbox One came out first, and I got that last year, and I love that console. I think it's fantastic. I really like the design of the console. I know it's just essentially a big black box, but it's a really nice looking big black box. It's not as nice as the PlayStation 4, I'll be honest. PlayStation 4 definitely beats it on design front. It's beautiful. But I honestly think that when you have them both in your entertainment unit, they look absolutely fantastic and complement each other well. I think Xbox UI is really good. I really like it a lot. It's a lot less complicated than what the 360 ended up being at certain points. The 360 used to drive me crazy with menus and sub-menus, but the Xbox One is very clean and crisp, just like the PlayStation 4 is. The PlayStation 4 is a lot more simple and a lot easier to navigate, whereas the Xbox One, it's not difficult to navigate, but it can get a little convoluted with the controller, and it is definitely built to be used with Connect and voice commands. So I would highly recommend using the voice commands because they really do enhance the experience and make it a lot more fun. Also, when you're playing Blu-rays on an Xbox One, it's fantastic because you can sit there and just be like, Xbox, play, Xbox, pause. And yeah, people will say it's a gimmick and it's bullshit. I really enjoy doing that. As a film watcher, I really love the fact that if I need to leave the room and make a drink or use the bathroom, I can just go Xbox, pause, and it pauses. Come back, Xbox, play. Haven't got to do anything. And yes, call me lazy, I don't care. I love technology like that. It's gimmicky, but it's fun. But it definitely enhances the use of the UI on the Xbox One. So I would highly recommend, if you get an Xbox One, to use Connect. It's absolutely fantastic. Unless, of course, you are afraid of the camera looking at you 24/7. Which some people are. I understand that, that's fair enough. The controllers are both absolutely brilliant. I'm really quite impressed with both of these controllers. Both extremely comfortable, well-made, sturdy controllers. The Xbox One, I would say, has got the worst sticks out of the two, just because for me they're very, very loose. Now, I like the DualShock 3 on the PlayStation 3 because it had the loose sticks as opposed to the 360. But I am starting to find that stiffer sticks work better. I don't know why, maybe I'll change in the future, but for the time being, the sticks on the PlayStation 4, DualShock 4, for me at least, are far superior to the ones on the Xbox One. Both have really good grips on the top though, so your thumb doesn't slip off, which is excellent. I'd say the PlayStation 4, DualShock 4 has got the better D-pad as well. I do find the Xbox One's a little plasticky and it doesn't feel as good as it does on the DualShock 4. The triggers are both brilliant on both controllers. I would probably say that the PlayStation has a slight edge in the design and the comfortability of these triggers, but both of them work exceptionally well, and both have excellent shoulder buttons as well. A lot of people aren't too happy with the shoulder buttons on the Xbox One controller. I actually find them to be very comfortable and they work really well. And if you roll your finger between the trigger and the shoulder button, it's actually quite intuitive, so I really like that a lot. But yes, they're both excellent controllers, so there's little niggles and it is little preferences between them as to which one you're going to prefer. But both of them are very, very user friendly and really do fit the purpose well. Obviously, in terms of software, there's not a lot of software that's available at the moment for both consoles, so it is going to be down to the kind of games that you enjoy to play. For me personally, at the moment, the best games that I've played on the systems, for the Xbox One, it's going to be Rise, Son of Rome. This is an absolutely fantastic game. Really beautiful looking Roman hack and slash combo. It's just awesome. Really fun game. Great storyline as well. Really nicely done. Apparently it's not historically accurate. I don't know about Roman history, so if that bothers you, then fair enough. But if not, like me, you just enjoy a good story. It's definitely one to play. It's well acted. It looks beautiful. The cutscenes are just amazing. The animations on the face are just unreal. It's a really, really fun game, and it never gets boring. It's one of those games that looks like it may get boring because it's repetitive, but it really doesn't. The combinations are what make it enjoyable because it's not as simple as just button mashing. You have to really think what you're doing, and it runs at a nice pace as well. It never gets boring at any stage, and I enjoyed every minute of that game. And obviously on PlayStation 4, as I said in my previous PlayStation 4 video, this is the game for me, Knack. I absolutely adore this game. It is a fantastic 3D platformer. Beautiful graphics, beautiful, amazing Disney-like cutscenes, fluid controls, superb fixed camera, just every little detail of this game is just an absolute dream to play. Fantastic title. Yeah, so I really think both of the consoles are quite equally matched at this point. Obviously, I'm not going to talk about things like 1080p and 60 frames a second and which one's got better memory, because none of that is relevant as far as I'm concerned. I think at the end of the day, if you're looking to buy a next-gen console and you haven't already, it only comes down to one simple thing, and that's the games. The hardware specs and all of that PC elitist crap that people talk about is completely irrelevant. And I know I'm going to get comments from people saying, oh, but actually it is relevant. No, it's not. It's not relevant at all. It does not matter. All that matters is which one has got games that you want to play. It's as simple as that. I would say, obviously, at the moment, if you're looking to buy a next-gen console and you haven't taken the leap yet, if you don't have brand allegiance to either console and you just want a good console to play on, PlayStation 4 is the way to go at the moment. Purely because at the moment it has good launch titles the same as the Xbox One, but coming up this year it has some really nice exclusives on the horizon, and in the future it will continue to have more and more exclusives coming to the platform, because Sony support their platforms extremely well in terms of exclusives. PlayStation 3, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1, they've all had excellent exclusives. The Xbox is a slightly different situation in the fact that Microsoft failed to really support the Xbox 360 in terms of exclusive. They had like 4 or 5 core franchises and they stuck to them, and especially near the end of the 360's life cycle, they didn't really push for new IP. They are now trying to do that with the Xbox One, which I applaud them for. It's fantastic. And with a game like Quantum Break coming from Remedy, that is definitely a fantastic step in the right direction, and I cannot wait to play that game. It's high on my wanted list. So I can only hope that come E3, Microsoft will announce some new IP as well, and they'll just continue to bring out brand new ideas and fresh games, and actually take some chances like Sony do, because Sony don't care. They'll take a chance on something like Heavy Rain, knowing full well it probably won't sell all that well, but they'll give it a go and see how it works out. And I really appreciate them doing that, and that's what Microsoft needs to do. Just throw it out there, see what happens. It's expensive, but it's worth it. So yeah, I would say both consoles are absolutely superb in my opinion so far. I really can't fault either of them. It is down to preference. Obviously, if you're an Xbox fan, you'll go for that. If you're a PlayStation fan, you'll go for that. But if you're not, and you don't care about either of the companies, you just want a good console, as I say at the moment, PS4 is the way to go, because it's the cheapest console out of the two. Only by £50 at the moment, because the Xbox has now come down to £400 with Titanfall. However, it is still £50 cheap, and that's going to make a big difference to people's choice. The games, obviously, that is the essential part, especially at this moment in time. PlayStation will have more games coming in the future that are going to be exclusive, that will be more interesting, and obviously Xbox, it's going to take a while for them to get theirs out. Obviously at the moment it's going to come down to your exclusive launch titles. As I say, those are the two best ones that I've found for the systems at the moment, Rise and Knack. So it depends on the type of games you're interested in. Obviously you do have Killzone on the PlayStation 4. The Xbox has Dead Rising 3, I couldn't think what it was called then. And a couple of others as well, Forza of course. So the Xbox is a good idea for the launch titles because it has a good variety, whereas PlayStation, really the only exclusives it's got are Knack and Killzone, which is a first-person shooter and a platform game, whereas you've got a lot more variety on the Xbox. But I think, financially and going forward, the PlayStation 4 is a better investment for someone who's not a hardcore gamer or someone who's not got brand allegiance to either company. But yeah, very impressed with both consoles so far. Very cool, and I'm looking forward to this next generation now. I'm looking forward to this current generation. I'm looking forward to seeing what comes in the future, and E3 in particular. I'm dying to see new footage from games that have been announced, and hopefully some new announcements from both companies. That'd be really, really good. So there you go, guys. That's just my quick opinions on both consoles. Very cool. As I say, I'm not going to have allegiance to either side. I'm not going to say one is better than the other realistically, because at the end of the day I own both consoles. I like gaming, and all that matters to me is what games come out, whether they come on the Xbox or PlayStation. I don't mind, just as long as they're fun. So let me know down below, your thoughts on the PlayStation versus Xbox. If you've played both of them, which one do you prefer and why? Or like me, do you like both of them? What do you feel about these consoles? Let me know in the comments below. So yeah, there you go, guys, that's it. So thank you very much for watching. Obviously, if you're new to my channel and you've never seen me before, I do have a lot more content on my channel if you'd like to go and check that out. I cover retro games, modern games, I've got videos about music, about films, about random topics that have just come up in my head, and I've posted a video about them if you want to see those as well. Obviously, please click on the old like as well, thumb this video up if you like it. If you don't, thumb it down, I understand that, that's your decision. And if you'd like to see more content from me, obviously please click on the old subscribe button. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you all again very soon.